Hello everyone, it is my great pleasure, privilege and honor to be with all of you from this very beautiful place in Germany called Schloss Elmau. 2.5 hours drive from Munich, a beautiful resort where the G7 summit happened in 2015 with international leaders Angela Merkel, Barack Obama, David Cameron and many others like these. One of my friends who invited me to Germany also brought me here to Schloss Elmau, where a wonderful yoga summit is happening. It's a very beautiful place in the middle of the the German Alps. It's an incredible place. Absolutely beautiful. And I feel really honored to be here on this 21st of June, which is the International Yoga Day celebrated across the world. Yoga, this ancient science, has really had an incredible impact on the lives of many throughout the world. And it's amazing to witness the change and the transformation that this incredible science has brought in the lives of people. I'm reminded of a very interesting story. There was once a yoga teacher, a yoga master, a yogi, who used to live up in the mountains, practicing yoga and also teaching the science and the process of yoga to many who would come to him. Young corporates from the cities would come up in the mountains to learn yoga from this yogi, stressed and anxious as they were because of their corporate work pressures. As they came up into the mountains, they were thoroughly enjoying the pristine beauty of being in the mountains. They were enjoying and learning the science of yoga. But there was one thing that they were truly missing. Guess what? Pizza. They were so used to eating their pizza in their cities that in the mountains they were missing pizza. And they were just talking to each other, hey, I'm missing my pizza. I'm missing my pizza. Pizza, pizza, pizza. So much so that the yogi kept hearing this word pizza, pizza, pizza. He was quite amused. What is this pizza? And for the first time when the yogi came down from the mountains into the city, he went to a pizza store and asked the shopkeeper, can I have a pizza? How much does it cost? The shopkeeper said, 400 rupees. The yogi said, oh, can I have one please? He gave a 500 rupee note to the shopkeeper and had his pizza. After he had already eaten his pizza, he kept waiting right there in the shop. The shopkeeper asked him, sir, you already finished your pizza. Why are you waiting here? The yogi said, well, I gave you 500 rupees. You said that the pizza is for 400 rupees. I'm waiting for the change, the 100 rupees. The shopkeeper said, well, you're a yogi, aren't you? Change must come from within. Now forget about the 100 rupees change and try and bring a change from within. Well, all jokes apart, the fact of the matter is this, that when we talk about yoga, we talk about a change. An internal change and an external change. The external change is brought about by the physical side of yoga, which teaches us varieties of asanas, pranayams, mudras. And when we learn this incredible art of physical yoga, and when we master these asanas and pranayams, there is a change that is brought about in our physical well-being. As we work on our external change using the physical side of yoga, there is also the spiritual side of yoga, which helps us bring that change within. The spiritual dimension of yoga means to connect to God, to connect to divinity, make that deep internal connection through meditation, through prayer, through worship, through chanting. The process of Bhakti Yoga is a process which emphasizes on making that divine connect through chanting the names of God. As we practice the physical side of yoga for our external well-being, and as we practice the spiritual side of yoga for our internal well-being, when both of them are in harmony with each other, we truly experience a transformation, and the quality of the experience of our life is enhanced in an incredible way. This is why yoga is the science of bringing in a balance, a harmony between the physical, the mental, and the spiritual dimensions of our life. And it's amazing how there are so many teachers around the world who spend a lot of time teaching the science of yoga, both physical and spiritual, to their students and disciples. I'm reminded of another beautiful story in relationship with how a teacher, a master, is so crucial and important in our lives to learn a certain science. There was once a young boy, 10 years old. He met with a devastating car accident. And in this accident, he lost his left hand. This young boy decided that he wanted to try a brand new sport. He decided to learn judo. He didn't have his left hand, yet he had his determination and enthusiasm to learn this science. With the strong burning desire in his heart to learn the art of judo, he came to a judo master and requested him to accept him as a student. The judo master accepted him despite the fact that he didn't have his left hand. The judo master began training this very sincere, dedicated, genuine, committed student. Every single day, for several hours, the judo master kept teaching the student one move, one single move in the science and art of judo. It's quite amazing. 3 months passed by, and the judo master had only taught him one move. The student said to the master, the sensei, "Sir, master, is this the only one move you're going to teach me? There's so many powerful moves in judo, and you've been teaching me only one thing." The master did not reply and continued teaching him the very same move. 6 months passed by, and the boy had learnt only one move in judo. And guess what? After 6 months, the judo master said, "My dear student, young boy, I would now like to take you for a judo championship. I would like you to participate in this judo championship." The student was extremely worried. A, he had only learned judo for 6 months. B, he didn't have his left hand. And C, he had only learnt one move of judo. Yet, because it was the advice of the judo master, the boy along with the master came to the arena where the championship was about to be held. As he entered into the arena, he was taken aback by a massive shock. Against him was an expert judo player. This man was about 45 years old, had practiced several moves of judo for over 20 years, known in the entire country as the best in the science of judo. The young 10-year-old was nervous. In the first 2 rounds, the boy was defeated badly, so much so that the referee decided to call for a timeout. Yet the judo master, the sensei, he said, no, my student will still continue to participate in the next few rounds. The master encouraged the student, continue on with enthusiasm and dedication and focus on that one move that I taught you. The boy focused his attention, one-pointed, and started using that one move which he had learned from his master and practiced for 6 months. And guess what? Most amazingly, the 10-year-old boy who didn't have his left hand and had only learnt one move with 6 months of practice won the championship against this master, this expert of judo who had practiced for 40 years. He took the trophy, and on the way back, he asked his teacher, his master, can I ask you a question? The judo master said yes. He said, I'm still astonished, surprised, in fact shocked. How on earth could I win this championship against a super expert with only one move in judo and no left hand? The master replied, my dear son, he said, I taught you this one move, and in 6 months of dedicated practice, you actually mastered that move. Plus, all you will need throughout your life to win any championship in judo is just this one move. You know why? The boy asked. Why? The master said, because whenever you use this move against your opponent, the only way the opponent can defend himself is by holding your left hand, and you don't have one. Which means every single time you use this move, you will always win the championship. Ladies and gentlemen, yes indeed, we need expert teachers who know our strengths, our weaknesses, and can weigh and analyze our case thoroughly well, train us and teach us accordingly. I have been very fortunate to find such spiritual teachers as Srila Prabhupada, His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj, and many others who have helped me to work on my internal change. And yes indeed, we also need teachers and masters who can help us with yoga, the physical side of yoga, to bring about that external change. This afternoon, I feel very privileged to introduce to you one of my very dear and close friends from Germany, a person who is extremely renowned, a person who has over 20 years of experience in practice of physical yoga and pranayam, and has 20 years of experience in training people in this ancient science of yoga. This personality, who also holds a PhD degree, runs 3 yoga studios in Munich, Germany. And the most astonishing thing is, he is the one who actually made yoga extremely popular in Germany. I want to introduce to you one of my very, very close friends, an extremely humble person, Patrick Broom, who also is the yoga coach for the German national soccer team for the last over 10 years. In fact, when Germany won the World Cup championship, it was Patrick Broom who was with them, training and coaching them in this incredible science of yoga. I have with me today my very dear friend Patrick. And I would like to have Patrick say a few words on the science of physical yoga on the International Yoga Day to all of our viewers across the world. Patrick, would you like to say a couple of words and actually give some advice to all of our viewers of how they could take the science of yoga very seriously in their life, your experiences in Germany with the football team, They would really love to hear your experiences.
Yeah, I love to share my experiences with you. Haribol, namaste. I'm very honored to be part of this beautiful yoga day. I'm very honored to meet such a great saintly being next to me.
Patrick, I'm honored to be with you.
And it was beautiful to listen to all the talks we received from my dear friend here, from Prabhu. And thank you very much for listening now. So, as he is an expert in developing the mind and developing the heart mostly, I'm more an expert in working with the physical body. And this work brought me to work with the German national team, which was a great honor for me. I work for them now for over 12 years. And it's been quite successful. In the beginning, we made the second place, the third place, the second place, but we never won. And then we started increasing our physical yoga practice with the players, mostly stretching, mobilizing, all these areas where they have strong muscles but no mobility. We did pranayama for focusing the mind. We did meditation. We did not do mantra meditation. That was too much for them. We did what is called like mindfulness practices, where you focus on the breath and just sit still. And as you see, it worked really, really well. We won in Brazil. We even were better than the Brazilian team, which everyone expected to be the best team. And then in the final, we played the other best team of the world, Argentina, and even won against them. Now, most of the players are in the holidays, and the young boys we sent to the Confed Club to Russia.
Okay.
And they're doing okay, but they're not ready for yoga yet. So they have to prove that they can also take this form. So what is the physical form of yoga? It's taking physical postures, staying there, focus on your breath, focus on your body, and bringing awareness to body parts. Maybe you've lost the awareness within the last years. And this can help you in your daily life. This can help you in your relationships. And this can help you in any professional or what is it called, where you work, on your workspace. So you can have a positive impact through this practice in all aspects of your life. And it doesn't take much. Many people think you have to be very flexible. Yeah, you see all these Indian yogis from your country who put the foot behind your head. But none of the players can do that. No way. No way. But they can breathe and they can move. And all it takes for them is to breathe and move consciously, maybe 10 minutes a day. And you all can afford that. 10 minutes a day is not so much. You take these 10 minutes, you put away your cell phone, you put away your computers, you shut everything off, and you start breathing and moving. You may need some training in the beginning to find some of these movements. But listen, you come from the country where this science was developed, so I think you have many great yoga teachers,
Sure.
physical yoga teachers around who can show you. And it helps you, first of all, to deepen your relationship to your physical form again, to your energetic form. And then with deepening this awareness, you also start feeling more. And then you can start developing deeper relationships. And as I just learned yesterday again in this beautiful talk, this is what our life is about. Creating meaningful, deep, good relationships. And yoga can also help you with this. And I think this is the best part of the yoga. Not winning any awards, this is nice. But having a nice, deep, meaningful relationship, this is what yoga is about for me.
Patrick, would you like to give our viewers, if you would say, what is that one tip that they need to master to learn the art of physical yoga, whether it's asana or pranayama? What would that one tip be, Patrick?
Love your body again. And then start moving it consciously while breathing. Don't fight with your body. You just got this one form for this life. Don't fight it. Take care of it. Take care of it and go back to your roots. You're from India. Yoga is your root. This is where it comes from. So start taking care of your physical form, please.
Thank you. And if you would want to share one life tip This is the yoga tip. But if there's one life tip you would like to give all of our viewers, what would that be?
Okay, if you ask people who are dying what they regretted the most in their life, it's not their career, it's not that they have worked not enough. They always regret that they didn't spend enough time with the ones they love the most. So spend time with the ones you love. Spend time with your family, with your children, and with your friends. That's the tip for the life.
Thank you very much, Patrick. It was such
Thank
an
you.
honor and a pleasure having you. In fact, I feel that, we both of us are in the same profession.
Yes.
You teach the physical side of yoga. I try to teach the spiritual side of yoga. And like I said earlier, yoga is a harmony between bringing an external change and an internal change. Don't forget what the pizza shop owner told the yogi: change must come from within. And as we try and bring the change within and without and harmonize the physical, the mental and the spiritual dimensions of yoga, yes, this ancient science stemming from India will indeed change our lives, transform our lives and enhance the quality of the experience of our lives. I want to thank all of you for being with us on this Facebook Live session from Schloss Elmau, Germany. And I want to once again thank Patrick, who's a very good friend, for really sparing his valuable time. He's a very big man, yet very humble, and has chosen to be with us. Thank you so much, Patrick, for
Thank
being
you,
with us.
Prabhuji.
Thank you all very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Bol.
Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Thank you.